Kimura.SC UFC 153 once again here in Rio de Janeiro. We're at the press conference and I'm joined alongside perennial welterweight contender Jon Fitch. I got to ask you, a couple of days removed from your fight with Erick Silva, how you holding up, sir?
Feeling good, yeah. Enjoying myself here in Brazil so far.
I got to ask you, is it harder for you? Usually you don't fight out of country, talking about the United States. Is it harder for you to get the things you need? And also, are you keeping up with the vegetarian diet that you have?
You know, it's not so bad here in Brazil. The food is good, and the time difference isn't that bad. It's been a pretty easy trip. I can adjust to the time and everything pretty easily. And I had to adjust the diet quite a bit. You know, fight week's always a little bit different. I'll usually eat a little bit more meat during fight week. You know, maybe like once a day I'll have some kind of meat, but it's because like cutting weight, you don't want to eat too many carbs, you don't want to eat too much bread and stuff like that, and you know, it's hard to find the right vegetables and stuff like that, and to keep your weight where you need it doing that. So I change the diet up a little bit for fight week. Are
you back on meats now?
I've been something I call weekday vegan for this whole camp. So you know, Monday through Friday I'm 100% vegan, and then on you know, Saturday, Sunday I eat some meat. And that helps me maintain my weight where I want it, and it helps with my recovery and energy levels during the week when the training's at its hardest.
Let's talk a little bit about your opponent Erick Silva. A lot of people are saying that maybe the UFC is bringing him along a little bit too fast, meeting a fighter of your caliber. What's your opinion about that? About fighting a guy who's locally very, very well known here because he was brought up in the Jungle Fight organization, but really hasn't been on the upper echelon as far as welterweight fighters comes.
Well, I mean, if they feel he's ready to fight, you know, I don't ever really question anything they do as far as matchmaking for me. You know, if they offer me a fight and they give me enough time to prepare for it, I've always taken it. You know, I'm not somebody who handpicks my opponents. Which, you know, looking back at my career, some people would say that's a mistake, and I would be doing better and be more popular if I handpicked my opponents and had, you know, easier fights sometimes. But I got into the sport to challenge myself and to fight the toughest guys I could, you know, regardless of nationality or popularity. So I'm proud of the success I've had against the opponents I've had, even though not everybody knows who a lot of them are. As household names, they're still very tough fighters.
In conjunction with your last fight against Johny Hendricks, everybody who knew or followed your blog knew that you had a shoulder injury. You had shoulder surgery prior to that, I think. Mm-hmm. Was that anything that was taken into effect? Were you 100% going into the fight against Johny Hendricks?
No, the shoulder had healed by that time. The injury I had for the Hendricks fight was an MCL tear. I had a second-degree MCL tear. And I was in a position where I was unable to pull out of the fight. I needed the fight. I needed the money for myself and my family. So I went through with the fight anyways, even though I probably shouldn't have. And I don't want to take anything away from Johny Hendricks. He's a great fighter. But yeah, I definitely wasn't mentally in that fight.
Can we officially call you a reality TV star now, since the whole Fight Factory thing going on, seeing the ins and outs of how a fight camp actually works?
I don't know if you could call it a star, but we're working on it. We still got to get the show out there for people to see. A lot of people still haven't seen it. It's a pretty great show. They can show a lot of what really happens inside a gym, what happens to an MMA fighter. That paired with my documentary, Such Great Hypes. There are great views into what really happens with a fighter and what he goes through on a daily basis.
Jon Fitch, thank you so much for taking your time talking to us over at Kimura.SC. We wish you the best of luck come this Saturday, October 13th. For Kimura.SC, my name is Milad Solivan, wishing you a great fight week.
Thanks. John, can I have to take John in 1 minute, guys?
So sorry, I saw you.